Today I'm going to tell you the story, Sopa de Clavo, nail soup. And Jessica wanted to be here, so I said, that's fine, you can help. You can help put things where they belong. No, don't make lots of noise. If you're going to help, you just have to help, not make noise and help. Do you understand, Jessica? All right. Would you like to hold el clavo? So this story is nail soup. It's an old story told in a lot of different ways. So this is going to be Sopa de Clavo. Would you like to hold el clavo? Okay, well, hold it if you want to hold it. Here, hold it. If you don't want to hold it, I'll just stick it in there. There was un señor who was a poor man, poor señor. And he was really hungry one day, and he was thinking, what am I going to do? Yo tengo hambre. I need something to eat. Tengo hambre. ¿Tú tienes hambre? Well, you can have some sopa de clavo after we make it. And you can eat it out of your own little platillo. Would you like to hold el clavo while I tell the story? El señor was looking around in the ground, in la tierra, looking for some kind of money, any kind of a coin, a quarter, a nickel, anything. He said, oh, yo tengo hambre. I need some money to buy some food. He looked around. He couldn't find anything. He couldn't even find a penny in la tierra. And he looked and he said, I can't find, wait. What can I do? He looked down and he found this clavo. He said, I wonder if I could do anything with this clavo. I just wonder. He wondered and wondered and wondered, and he said, I know. I can do something with this. I know what I'll do. And he took el clavo and he put it in his bolsillo, and then he went down the road to the next village, a small town. He walked into the town and he looked around and he saw some señoras gathered around talking or working in their yards, or a few people he could look through the windows of their casas and he could see them cooking. And he announced loudly enough so everybody could hear. He said, today at noon, I am going to show you my secret receta de sopa de clavo. He pulled out el clavo out of his bolsillo and he held it up. He said, today, al mediodía, I'm going to show you my secret recipe de sopa de clavo. Whoever wants to come and gather around, come and learn the secret de sopa de clavo. All of the señoras said, did you hear what we heard? There is a señor here who said that he's going to give us his secret receta de sopa de clavo. And they all said, what is sopa de clavo? Well, they thought about it. They said they went through all their recipe books and their recipe cards, and they said, we don't have any knowledge of this. What is a sopa de clavo? So, at about noon, everybody in that village who wasn't doing something else came and sat around and stood around and watched while el señor held up his clavo. He said, today, in front of you in this very hearing, I am going to show you how to make my secret sopa de clavo. And they all said, hold on. Some of them went back and they got a paper and pencil so they could write down this secret recipe, because all of them were fantastic cooks. And they always were on the lookout for another good recipe, especially if it was secret. So at noon he stood there and he said, señores, señoras, and there were some señores there. Señores, señoras, I'm going to now tell you how to make sopa de clavo with my secret receta. He said, first of all, does anybody here have una olla that I could make the sopa in? And whoever has una olla to loan for this presentation, I will let you have half of la sopa de clavo. My secret receta. And one señora said, I will bring you one. And she went home. She lived real close. And she brought her own olla. Una olla grande. Grande. Not pequeña. Grande. So he said, muchas gracias, señora. Now I'm going to take this clavo and stick it in. And the next thing I need to know, does anybody have about a gallon of agua? Another señora said, well, I just happen to have it with me. And she said, I was going to use it to rinse some clothes, but now I'm going to let you have it. This is clean. He says, is it clean? She says, sí, es agua pura. So he took it and he poured el agua en la olla. Well, you got too close. You're going to get splattered. Well, wait, now don't rub that face on me. He said, the first ingredient today will be sandia. I need some sandia. Psst. Go get it. And so some señora brought him some sandia. And they all said, we've never heard of putting sandia in sopa before. He said, this is a secret receta, I remember. And they said, well, yeah, he did say that. Would you hold that olla, por favor? He stirred up la sandia y el clavo. Then he said, does anyone... No, don't go tipping it. You're going to spill it all out. Then he said, now I need some maíz. Maíz. And so one señora ran and got him some... Oh, you got too much there. And got some maíz. So now he had corn and sandia in there, and he mixed it up. He said, the very next thing I'm going to need is una cebolla. Cebolla. And so one señora brought him una cebolla. In fact, another señora brought him una cebolla too. So they had dos cebollas, and he stirred it all up. The people were getting in closer and closer as he was explaining his secret receta de sopa de clavo. And he said, now, if we just had some queso. One señora went home and she got some queso. Okay, well, hold it if you want to hold it. I got to go, but I will be back.